Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope you are well. I'm going to take a second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Libra out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and just leave the rest for someone else. Remember too that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating, Libra, you get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Libra? Libra. Your energy feels very determined today, Libra. All right, so you're starting out with the Three of Cups reversed. You have the Five of Pentacles reversed. And you have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So Libra, there's some sort of a karmic cycle or a karmic lesson that is taking place. I feel like somebody at some point left you out in the cold. There's a sense here of feeling abandoned, feeling rejected. You, I feel like you're not happy with the situation that occurred. And sometimes you go back and forth. Sometimes you're like, yeah, I would like to reconcile with that person. And other times you're like, not on your life. I do see that this is a situation that you've grown impatient with. That's where we're seeing this karmic nature of this. So I do feel like you're impatient. You're tired of dealing with this. You're tired of the emotional impact of going back and forth in your mind. But I got to tell you, Libra, that is actually a very normal process. So I do see this is not a situation that you're currently investing in. I do see that you're not happy about this situation either. I'm also feeling like, you know, if you've had some financial losses, I do feel like you're going to regain, you know, those losses, but it's going to take a little while. There's something here that it's moving in that direction, but it hasn't happened just yet. Yeah, so your money could be a little bit all over the place as well, and I feel like you're definitely not happy about that. But I feel like there's something that you are trying to invest in that is going to bring you money in some manner. With regard to whatever this connection is, you're kind of two minds. You're not currently investing in it, but you're of two minds about it. Let me see who is in your energy. Four of Wands, Three of Pentacles reversed, and the Ace of Swords. So there's definitely a lack of communication with this person. They could be in another connection, either married or in another connection. But if they are, it's not stable. There's a lack of stability, but that's not what they show to the world. To the world, they show everything being stable, everything being happy, you know, everything's great. Yeah. And it's the fact that this person may be involved elsewhere, or they're showing things differently than what they actually are, that is making you say, not on your life, no. I do see that there was some kind of a foundation between you and this person. You may have worked together, or you could have known this person through work, but this person is being very uncooperative with regard to communication. They are basically saying, well, it didn't work out, and you know, they're staying silent here. And they're pretending to the world that they're very happy, very stable, but that's not the case. Work could be going very poorly for them. Work could, they could have had some losses with regard to money and finances. I also feel like this person is somebody who's more concerned with how people see them than how things actually are. They're actually rather unstable. Ace of Swords in the reverse also indicates to me that this person may not have been telling the truth with regard to you, or possibly even with this other person, or both. But this person has a shady kind of energy when it comes to truth. So I definitely feel like there is a lack of communication. So let's see the energy between Libra and this person. Show me the energy between Libra and this person. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. That's the ending, Libra. There was an ending between you and this person, and it was painful. I feel like you felt betrayed. And it looks like this person prioritized either another relationship or something that was very stable in their life. They prioritized that over this connection, and it made you feel very betrayed. And you haven't forgotten this. This is why in your energy, you're like, you don't want to go back to a situation that it's almost like this person had a hit and run, before. It's like this person, before you knew what was happening, they had already put all those blades in your back. Show me what's affecting this connection. The Fool. That's a new beginning. Are you wanting a new beginning, or are you just kind of going back and forth in your mind? You feel like it's risky, but Five of Pentacles in the reverse is a reconciliation. Now, this could also be you having a new beginning, and it's you're going to recover everything and more than what you lost. So we'll clarify that for sure. The person in your energy is being very non-cooperative, though. Whatever they were involved in could be collapsing around them. Whatever it was that they were prioritizing may be collapsing. And if so, they could be looking towards you for a new beginning or considering that, but they're not putting any effort into that. They're being very uncooperative about it. Let me see the outcome. Oh, be careful. King of Wands. So you might be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, possibly a Pisces. King of Wands in the upright is somebody who is very attractive. I feel like you both are. You're very attractive people. I feel like this is also somebody that people are used to listening to, and there's the energy of somebody who is in charge, in control. They are very charismatic. I feel like both of you are, but I feel like this person doesn't always tell the truth. They come in a little bit of a shady manner. So if this person does come in trying to have a new beginning with you, it might be because whatever it is that they prioritized over you didn't work out. And they may not be coming in telling you the complete truth. So be very careful. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician in the reverse. Now, that's underlying energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, but that is something that did not manifest or is not manifesting. It's also, I have to be honest with you, it's an energy of somebody who is very good with their words, but we see this person doesn't always speak truthfully. So this person could be a little bit manipulative. So be careful. Let me see. We're going to clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Three of Cups in reverse? All right, so you have the Queen of Wands, Libra. So that is telling me that you may have felt like this was your person. This was a very strongly passionate connection, probably very physical. This person, it looks like, could have brought you in as a third party. And you decided to take your power back. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. Yeah, you took your power back and you said, not today, Satan. Yeah, you put your guard up. This person knows you're very guarded, and they know exactly why. It's because they prioritized another relationship or something else over you. I do feel that you felt that they were treating you like a third party. You were not happy with that. And so your guard is up. You're open to talking to this person, but I also feel like you're very, very guarded here. Let me see this Five of Pentacles reversed. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Swords reversed. Yeah, you believe this person doesn't tell the truth. You believe they don't tell the truth, and that's where the karmic lesson is. This was a very unequal connection. This person may have been giving their energy to more than one person or more than one thing. They weren't, and it looks like it wasn't always direct lies. It could have been, but it was also lies of omission. And so if this person comes back in wanting to work things out, wanting to reconcile, see, you desire the reconciliation, but you don't trust them because you're basically saying, what else are they not telling me? Who else are they involved with? What else are they involved with? You know, are they, you know, in the past, they've been very selfish. They've been very non-truthful. Is that something that I'm going to have to deal with again? So these are your misgivings. These are your doubts based upon your experience with this person. Let me see yeah, so now it's starting to make more sense. Show me the Seven of Pentacles reversed. The Moon in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. You know that this is a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle. And you know that it's dealing with third parties. It's dealing with imbalance. It's dealing with lack of truth from the other person. You're aware of that. So what I feel like, you're not investing in this connection because of something that was revealed here or a realization that you had. But at the same time, you don't feel like everything is quite complete. There's a cycle here that has not completed. And it's because there's a part of you that does desire to invest in this. I don't see you doing it. I see you making head over heart decisions. But there is something here that hasn't completed. Yeah. And I also feel like, if this person comes in and they are trying to basically manipulate the situation, you're going to see that pretty clearly. And I feel like you'll grind everything to a halt. I don't see you investing in that. So you've definitely learned some deep lessons about this person. Let me look at their energy. Show me the Four of Wands. I feel like you're not currently talking to this person because you feel like they're just selfish and they did leave you out in the cold. But there is this little nagging desire where I can see that you still, you know, would like to talk to them, would like to, you know, reconcile, but not under the conditions that you've seen. All right, we have the Eight of Wands and we have the Ten of Wands. Oh, yeah. So I do feel like this person, may live at a distance from you. For some of you, they don't have to, but they basically said to you, I'm going to be working things out with, or they may not have even said it. There's a situation where they're basically decided to work things out with somebody that they were in another connection or whatever it was that they prioritized over you. Third parties don't always have to be another person, but for some of you that it is. If this person is married or in another party, they decided to work things out with that person. Why? Well, because it was easier. It was a lot easier. And so they betrayed you. They chose what was easiest over this connection because they know that you're guarded here. Wow. Okay, that's harsh. I also feel like this person does want to talk to you. They would like to work things out with you. Let me see the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you had to put your guard up with this person. I can see that. You put your guard up because of the way they prioritize someone or something over you. And it looks like it was just easier for them to do that. They didn't want the problems. They didn't want to deal with, you know, the outcome if they had chosen you. Now they're regretting that. Judgment. Five of Pentacles reversed. Wow. Five of Cups reversed. So you both have fives in the reverse. So you're both resisting change here. And that change has to do with a new beginning. So this person who was not cooperative whatsoever, I think that whatever they prioritized over you has collapsed. It is collapsing, and now they're seeing you as being the answer to resolve their problems. Yeah. So I feel like this person is going to try to approach you and see if you are amenable to having a second chance at this connection. I really do. I feel like they want to reconcile with you. However, I don't see that they have put any work into working it out. And it's because whatever they chose over you is collapsing around their ears. And they have been very sad. They've learned a lesson. They have learned a lesson because they chose someone or something over you. So now they want to reconcile. Let me see the Ace of Swords. I don't think you've been talking with them though. So this is all something that is going on in their energy. They're trying to figure out, are you open to that? Are you open to giving this a second chance, having a new beginning? Because I definitely feel like neither of you have been talking. Six of Wands, King of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there it is. So that's an ending. This person something is collapsing in their life, something you're unaware of. And they are going to approach you because they feel that the two of you could be successful. They could have something collapsing financially. They could have something collapsing with regard to a relationship. But I feel like this person is keeping all of that. They're not going to be honest with that. You might even be dealing with somebody who is in the public eye in some manner. And that's something, I definitely feel that for somebody out there. So they're going through all these losses. Some kind of foundation here, or maybe more than one, is crumbling. And they're basically saying, you know, I really messed up when I, backstabbed Libra. And they did backstab you, by the way. And so they're saying, I wonder if Libra is open to this. They don't know. There's a lack of clarity. They wonder if it would be successful. Let me look at the energy between Libra and this person. Because I feel like you're very guarded, Libra. And I feel like you stepped into your power as well. Two of Swords, the Sun, and Justice. Yeah, you want justice for what this person did. You've made up your mind that you want justice. You're definitely in your power. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, another Libra. I see Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. But this person, they know that you're going to stand your ground. They know that you're guarded. So they are aware that if any of the problems between the two of you is going to be worked out, that they're going to have to approach you, if that means communication or if that means even traveling. So I do feel like this person sees you as happiness. They see you. So I don't know how it is that because you're not paying attention to them, but they're seeing you in some manner, and they're seeing you step into your power, but they know you're guarded. They also, though, Libra, know that you're very attracted to them, and they know that you see the two of you as being like soulmates, or, some sort of a soul connection. And so I do feel that this person knows that they will have to approach you, that you're not going to approach them. You're definitely in a very balanced energy here, though. But you're guarded, and you want karmic justice for what was done. Bottom of the deck is the Tower in the reverse. This person caused a Tower moment in your life. Yeah, they betrayed you. And I feel like you want justice for that. Let me see the Fool. Show me the Fool. Show me what's affecting this connection. Let's try that again. Show me what is affecting this connection. between Libra and this person. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the King of Cups reversed. And we have the Fool in reverse. Interesting. So yeah, you feel like this person's not telling the truth. You feel like they are still out here acting single when they're not single. You have missed them though. You've both felt a deep sense of loss when this connection ended. There is some codependent energy that is here, but I do feel that you're basically saying, I feel like you're still pretending to be single. You're approaching me with this new beginning, you know, and I'm not accepting it because I don't feel like you're telling me the truth. I fear that you're lying to me. I fear that you're trying to juggle me again, and it's just going to lead me into the same place that I was before. It took me a long time to overcome what you did. You caused this Tower moment. It took a long time for me to regain my own sense of self here. It was a deep loss for me, and I don't want to go back into that. Now, in their energy, they're the one that's offering this new beginning. You're the one observing it, and you're saying, no, I'm not going to do that because you're pretending to be single. Whoever that they are connected with, or whatever the situation is, they don't, if it's a situation, they're not happy in it. If it's a person, not only are they not happy, they do not love that person. This person in your energy is hoping that you will give them a second chance. They're a little codependent on your energy. They have all these feelings for you. They feel that you are the person that would make them happy, but they've been holding all these feelings and emotions back because they chose the easy path over, because it would have been difficult to be with you. And so they've been basically sitting on all these emotions. Now here's the problem. This, whatever this is that they chose over you, is collapsing, but they're still not single. They're still pretending to be single. Whatever it is, it's like it's not completely over. It's collapsing and they're unhappy in it, but they're approaching you for a reconciliation and a new beginning before this collapses. And I feel like that's part of the reason why you're saying no, you're not being honest here. Let me see the outcome. Because you're rejecting this new beginning. It's being offered and you're saying no. All right, we have the Ten of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. And we have the Page of Cups. So, yeah, I feel like this person's going to approach you. It looks like currently you're not in communication, and they don't want you to know or to tell you that something here is collapsing. They're still not out of whatever it is that they chose over you, but it's collapsing. They're unhappy. They're aware of it, and they're going to approach you with an apology. This person is going to be the one to reach out. They're going to approach you with this apology. They also believe that the two of you are soulmates. They believe that the two of you are supposed to be together. This was a very passionate connection. They've been sitting on all these feelings and emotions, and they feel that if they apologize, they reach out to you in a very small but meaningful way, that, you know, it will bring this back together. And that's their goal. So they are going to reach out. It's going to be very small, but their hope is that that will be successful, and then they can build on that. Now, in your energy, Libra, there is a sense here that while you have not been investing in this, and you may have even feel that it's been a poor investment, there's a sense here that there is something that is unfinished with regard to this. That being said, you know, it's going to be a surprise to you. You're not going to see this person coming because you have been over here dealing with your own self and healing. And this person's going to crop back up. It's going to initially make you very happy. for this person to reach out because you do feel that this is your divine partner, basically. So when they do take that action, it will initially make you happy, but you're also going to be looking for anything that has been hidden, anything that is unresolved before you decide to invest with this person. So I don't see you jumping back into anything. I see you holding back. I see you trying to make sure that anything this person offers you is legit and is real. So yeah, and making sure that this person is not manipulating you. Bottom of the deck is that Five of Pentacles. That's the past. That's what occurred here. So you may wind up leaving this person out in the cold if you feel that they're being manipulative. I can clearly see some of you are choosing your own happiness over, you know, whatever this person is offering. I'm also seeing a timeline where some of you have moved on or are moving on with someone else, possibly a Gemini or a fire sign, maybe even a Cancer. But what I'm seeing is that you're definitely not going to put yourself back in harm's way. So if you feel that this person is manipulating you in any way, or that they haven't moved on from someone or something, you're not going to allow them to pull you in as a third party. You're going to choose you. You're going to choose your own happiness. And for some of you, it's another person, a soulmate, by the way. For others of you, you know, you are just going to choose your own happiness. You're not going to get pulled back into this same karmic cycle. So, yep, it's a revisit, though, from the past. Let me see. I guess the grass wasn't greener on the other side. You know, but they literally, you can see where they chose whatever was easiest for them, because they didn't want to deal with the problems that would occur by choosing you, Libra. All right, Libra, your card is number 43. It says the ending that opens the space for the beginning. Interesting. Let's read that. You finally came to that place after so much grief and denial that it would be better for you to let go than to continue to hold on, and so you did. You watched it leave, and it never once looked back at you or returned to your hands. Then you began to find a way back to the self you lost when all your energy was poured into the need to stay connected. A beginning is on its way, made more magical and beautiful because you made space for it. The self that held on so tight had no space to receive. Now you know that when you let go, space is made, and into that space will walk the wonder. Wow, that is truly talking about the healing journey you went on when this person chose whatever it was over you. Now, for some of you, that new beginning will be with this person, but for others of you, like I said, you've got a soulmate that's coming in. So take it as it resonates for you. I hope that this has been helpful for you, Libra. If you've resonated with this reading, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Libra, know that you are loved, and namaste.